This is the Juice Box, episode 197. It's been a hot minute since I've been in the studio. It's good to see everybody.
It's great to see you, man.
Yep.
First and foremost, you're looking great.
Thank you.
Love that
Feels
you're
like
back.
You're feeling great.
I'm feeling great. Look good, feel good, play good. That's what they say.
That's right. And it's crazy to think this will be the first episode of 2024.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
This is the holiday episode, and I'll just get it out of the way. I ordered decorations to decorate the entire studio, and it got pushed back a day, so they're not coming till tomorrow.
For like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Not on us.
It's all right.
Not
You
on
could
us.
put
We
them up
tried.
for the 200th episode.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you. Not on us.
Yeah.
We tried.
Want to definitely put that out there and clarify.
Yeah. Because I was going through it, and I found this little pack that had the cool little New Year's thing and a couple things to set. And then I looked this morning, and I was like, well, guess we're not going to have that.
Yeah. Nice popper in the intro would have been electric.
Oh yeah, damn,
Yeah.
that would have been fucking sick.
I did something for the first time at a Christmas Eve. Well, I guess it was just a Christmas
Ooh.
dinner where after we got done eating, there were these popper things that you pulled open, and it had a crown in it, like a little paper crown, a little toy thing, and then a charade.
Were you at Burger King?
I felt like it. And it was cool because you would go around, and it had one thing you had to act out or whatever, and then everybody kind of guessed.
Were they homemade or
I don't think so. It was. I can't even remember what brand they were, but they were really cool. It's just something different that I
I've
never
honestly
did.
never heard of that. When you first started saying it, I was thinking of those I guess they're considered a firework or something, but it has two strings on the side. You pull it, and it makes a big pop.
So just envision that, except
it's bigger, I assume.
Yeah, and it's not like an explosion. It's just filled with stuff. It was really cool.
Dude, this is such a sidebar here, but that just reminded me. When I was a little kid, at my aunt's house, she had a real quirky neighbor. That's how I'll describe him. And just real oddball type guy, nice guy, but he was so pumped. I got there one day, he used to spend the day there all the time with my aunts, swimming and stuff. And I got there one day, and he was all pumped to show off he installed a homemade security system, he said, because people were walking through his yard in the middle of the night. So he took those pull string poppers and tied more string to the end and ran them surrounding his house.
What?
Like a booby
Yeah,
trap.
so if anybody walked through it at night, it would make a pop, and he'd know someone was in his yard.
That's
It
hysterical.
was hilarious.
That's so hysterical.
Have you ever seen the big ones, the tubes? It's like a popper, but it confetti comes out.
Yes.
I took one from the fireworks store when I used to work there for one New Year's Eve party, and it was massive.
Really?
It just covered the entire house, and they were pissed.
Oh no,
Dude,
So those are very fun.
that's awesome.
I forgot you used to sling fireworks.
Yeah, I used to sling fireworks.
Yeah, because I was driving home today from the farm, and I got a good laugh. The
You
sign.
saw the billboard?
Yeah, they changed it. Instead of it saying open 365, they literally printed out a 3 and put it over the
And
5.
it's great because it's not the right colors.
Yeah, it's open 363 days a year.
which fireworks place are we talking about?
Used to be
Right there
I-70.
right off by the Highlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Somebody else worked there with you.
Jock
Mason?
worked there.
Mason was my manager. Yeah.
Didn't Jonathan?
Cody. Yeah. Jock
So
worked there
lit.
for a while.
But yeah, no, I'd piss my pants laughing. I was like, wonder what 2 days they aren't open for.
I didn't realize that many of you worked there. Mason was the manager. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Who's the owner?
Well, so it was a company. It's confusing. One company ran it, another owned it, but
Interesting.
out west, basically. So it was just us.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
For a while there, it was just us running.
You guys couldn't sell the good stuff though, right?
No, not at the beginning. You
Yeah.
can now. Well, so we did, but you couldn't buy it if you had a West Virginia ID, which is
Ah,
really weird. But now you
interesting.
can.
So is that whole building just full of fireworks?
It is now. It used to be all show stuff, and the containers in the back is where all the fireworks were. But yeah, now everything's in store.
I've never been in there.
Me neither.
I've always been a pretty loyal Ohio fireworks guy.
Ah.
You cross the river real quick. Yeah, you get the good stuff there. The mortars. I like the
respect
mortars.
loyalty.
Yeah, I've been going there since I was a little kid. So.
Yeah.
Imagine having to tell people when they come in that you just can't buy stuff
Oh,
because you're
dude.
from the state that the store's located
Yeah,
in.
I guarantee people would just threw fits all
They
the time.
lose their mind.
That is kind of weird.
So they're like, I can go to Ohio, and I was like, yeah. Why don't you just go to Ohio? But I understand the frustration.
Yeah. So you're saying the law is different? Because I do remember that was a thing growing up. Like you could not buy mortars or stuff like that, big explosive stuff in West Virginia. It was like against the law. That's why like every time we'd see those fucking tents that would just pop up around Wheeling, come 4th of July, they never sold anything crazy in there either. It was always just like fountains and maybe some firecrackers and
Yeah,
you know, the fucking
Roman candles. Boom, boom, boom.
no, I don't.
snakes and sparklers.
Snakes and sparklers. Thank you, sparklers. That's what I was trying
Dude,
to
snakes are so funny, dude. I used to love those freaking things. Looks like goose poop when they're done.
think. Yeah, yep. It's exactly what it looks like.
But that was Christmas, boys. We'll start there. You guys have good holidays? You get anything nice?
I made it to dinner, my family dinner for Christmas. Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's pretty low key Christmas this year, really. We kind of had two separate ones because my sister and the girls couldn't come in for the first one. So we did Christmas night and then we did the bowl game night. It's kind of like a second Christmas.
Yeah.
So
This it was fun. I had a great time, but it was just kind of weird because I felt like Christmas was celebrated over the weekend, and then Christmas Day hit, and I was just like, "Oh, this is just another Monday."
I hate it. I hate how it fell.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I was already looking for next year. Next year's even a weirder year. It's Christmas and New Year's Day are on Wednesday.
Well,
Yeah, because it's leap year.
Yeah, so like those
Yep.
work weeks will be so weird where like most people probably only be working Monday, Thursday, and Friday.
this week like just doesn't exist. Like I had to work obviously because of the bank, but like everyone else, no one works.
Yeah,
Or you go and you just sit there for 5 hours.
And it was awful because I had to work like in a limited capacity this week, but I still had people asking me for stuff, and like I can't get pricing from vendors; they're all off.
yeah.
So people like contractors ask me for pricing, so then I have to go to the vendor, but then none of the vendors are working. So I'm like, well, I can't do anything.
Yeah, this work week for me as well was just kind of like it was just like blah because I only worked Tuesday and Wednesday, and most people that I would be calling pretty much took that whole week off because of how funky the week was.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. But yeah, no, Christmas was good though. I had fun. Me and JT got to kick it here for a little bit. We set up a blow up mattress for him upstairs. We were just kind of partying in the living room, and then our big gift that we got, very excited about. We're all going to go see Kenny Chesney in Atlanta in May.
Oh hell yeah!
So that'll be pumped. That was kind of like we didn't ask for physical gifts. We would rather just do shit like that. So that was kind of our gift. It was cool.
How was the farm? The pictures look great.
Farm's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It is truly just like a completely other world there. Like you show up and like, I mean, for me, it's kind of like that beach brain. You get there, there's not a lot of things going on. You just hear wind. It's just like very nature-esque, and I'm just a big fan of the little mental relaxations when I can get them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's New Year, boys.
It's
So
time
what
to
do we
go.
got? What do we got? Do we have any New Year's resolutions? Are we looking back on things from the year being like, wow, happy this happened, happy this didn't? Because I know for myself, like I was thinking about it on the drive back because I figured this was going to kind of be like a topic of conversation. And honestly, I feel like this year relatively was very nice.
It was a pretty smooth year,
Yeah.
all in all. A lot of good things happened. Personally speaking, I mean, I got a new job. I'm going to have a kid. Whether she's born here at the end of the year or next year, we'll see. But,
Father
you
of
know,
one.
the whole thing is very – it all happened in 2023.
Yeah.
She is a opening day Pirates baby.
Oh,
And
That's
man,
pretty cool.
We really thought after that first game the Buccos were back this year, baby. And man, that just fell. We fell off pretty hard.
dang. So does that mean now that like she's going to have an obligation to have to go to every opening day once she becomes old enough to be self-sufficient?
Yeah, that's
I think so.
I mean-
I used to never miss an opening day. So if I could get back into that,
back.
I would for sure be all about that. Seriously, I used to never I'd get pulled out of school to go to opening day.
It's just so sick that you legitimately though can be like you were an opening day baby.
Yeah,
like legitimately.
Yeah, you were conceived at the Rivers Casino Hotel.
That's so awesome, dude. Oh, that's awesome, man.
After a night of debauchery.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I mean 2023 it was a good year. New Year's resolutions, I say the same thing every year. I want to try to get back into like a good diet
Yeah.
for the year. I said this last year too, and it just never happened. So like we're going on a little over like a full year's worth of just like not watching what I eat.
Yeah.
Which sucks
Fair.
because like last year before the holidays, I was doing so well. And then the holidays started, and I was like, "Oh, you can't fucking follow your diet during the holidays.
Impossible.
I'll get back on it." New Year's Day didn't happen, and so this New Year's Day, I hope it happens. And that's all I got.
I like that though. That's fair, Bubba. How? I mean, listen. I know your brain's not kicking on all cylinders.
Oh, we're
right now,
here, baby.
But let's go, dude. Tell me something. Give me something.
So every year it's the same bullshit, be healthier and lose a bunch of weight. And I believe I wanted to learn a new skill. I think I chose a foreign language. Did I
Ooh.
do that? Absolutely not. I did not.
What would be your foreign language of choice
I
to
think
learn?
French.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not what I
It's a
expected.
language of love, I think.
Yeah, je
It's
parle
what
le
they say.
français.
Oh,
Je mange un croissant. That's all I know. But
I just got wet.
I know, right? That's the point. However, I mean, I think I made some bounds. I think I did get a lot healthier. I'm like the most active I've honestly ever been in my life. So like I did a lot of stuff personally, and on that scale, I think this year it's gonna be tough for me. It's gonna be very hard, but I want to move. I think that's the goal. So I think that's like up there, getting myself in a position where I can like move, in and not be a big challenge
Yeah.
at like towards the summer. So we'll see.
Now, yes, because first off,
Well, I might not move. We'll see.
No, dude,
but
rewind a little bit.
move to somewhere else in Wheeling, or move out of town.
out of town,
How far out of town?
probably Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so
Or
Pittsburgh.
the
Pittsburgh-
Carolinas sound
Pittsburgh's a
nice,
good
but I don't know
spot,
if that's
dude.
gonna happen.
Pittsburgh it's a legit area up there. There is so much to do.
Just every time we went to the Steeler game on Saturday, and like every time I'm up there, I'm just like, I don't know why I don't fucking move here. It's so much fun.
I thought the same thing for you. Actually, dude, I was so fucking close to moving to Pittsburgh one year. I was literally on my way in my car, driving to Pittsburgh to go meet these girls to look at an apartment to be their third roommate. And then one of the girls texted me literally as I was on the way and was like, something like our third roommate decided not to move out now or some shit.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, and I had been talking to these chicks. They were like mutual friends from somebody I knew. I didn't know them super well, and I had been talking to them about this for like 2 months. Like it was a done deal. I was just going up to look at the apartment.
Damn.
And like that was like, to me, like I take things like that like real like that was a sign. Like if it wasn't meant to be. But I love Pittsburgh. Like I love being up there. I love the North Shore. Mount Washington's fucking awesome up there. Like I love the city, going to Penn's games. It's just so nice having all the like 3 big professional teams up there. Like it's legit. It is a legit city. So,
and luckily too, that wouldn't be a difficult move.
No.
Which is nice. I mean, you're far enough away to where you can come back for a Sunday dinner if you would like, but you're also far enough to where like you're in a city.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of fun sometimes, most of the time.
But also
things
too,
happen for
you
once.
didn't even say this big accomplishment. You moved out
I
this
did.
year.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
big.
Yeah.
It's big, yeah.
Yeah.
My house is nice.
Yeah. But for me, I'm honestly so happy because at the beginning of the year, I told myself I wanted to try to lose 20 pounds, and I successfully did that.
Nice. There you go.
So I think for next year, I'm going to try if I could honestly, keeping it in small chunks, if I could do 15 pounds for next year, I honestly think I wouldn't even care to actually lose any more weight. For
But
me,
another 15 would be great,
for
right?
me, for
You'd
me,
be
it's just
pumped.
getting my belly. If I can shrink my belly down, I don't give a shit about anything else.
I feel that.
So, but yeah, man, and I was even thinking like this year too. honestly, it just was a good year, I think. Like, I was even running through the months, and I was like, dang, there really wasn't other than kind of these past couple weeks where I got sick to where, like, nothing really was wrong, which is nice.
Yeah, like I'm thinking back on 2023 and like I just had a good time like all year. Probably more so than a lot of other years. Like
I think it was such a fun year. And
Yeah.
you count like the big moments. I mean, I complained about it at times. I had like 6 weddings this year, like beach trips and stuff. It was a really fun year.
Yeah.
the weddings, man. Wedding season. I'm glad. Like honestly, I always end up having a good time at all of them, but it is just so much.
Oh, I bitch and complain about them. I have a great time.
Yeah,
when I'm there.
you always end
Yeah.
up having a good time, but it is a lot, especially if you're in the wedding. Like, it's a lot. You just can't deny it.
Yeah, and I think this would have been the last year where it'll be like crazy, like the last
like
two
a bunch
have
of them.
been.
I think you're right.
Because I was even trying to think, like I don't envision any, at least in my core group, like I don't know.
It should significantly slow down in 2024. So
I'm just getting into it.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say you
welcome.
might be getting into it more in the thick of things, but yeah, I'm thinking back. Like this is gonna sound so weird. Like from an anxiety perspective, I think I had mine pretty good in check this whole year. Like I was going out and doing a lot more things than maybe last year, and like I just think of the summertime. I was just fucking having a good old time all summer.
Dude, I actually feel that. I feel like this year too, it was a lot more like felt like weight lifted off my shoulder. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but weight lifted off my shoulder this year, and where I was kind of more.
and you know what? Like
Chill.
the peak of it was for me. What honestly was like Brady's bachelor weekend. I had such a good time that
fun.
weekend, and like truly shades of the old czar were out that weekend.
Oh, dude, that was a
I
a
mean, I
great
haven't
weekend.
really fucking partied like that in a long time.
And again, it's like that's why I cherish weekends like that, because I can't remember what it was after. Like I was talking to JT about something, might have been JT or my mom, and I was like, I cherish those moments because the older you get, how many times are you going to get your friends to stay in one house?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like those
exactly. But
moments.
that's my goal. Is like I don't want to, and I know it's going to be tough because everyone starts having kids. We're just getting older, but like, I want to still be able to do that every year. And there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that
agree.
with kids. You know what I mean? Bring the fucking kids.
Well, dude, honestly, I enjoy all the times where we all get to hang out and the kids are around, because
so do I.
in my head I'm like, I know this isn't going to get too rowdy,
Well,
and I like it. I'm like, this is great.
You just
Like,
have a good time. Like, it's just nice. It's a nice atmosphere. But like, going back to the whole wedding season really calming down, that means like no bachelor parties probably in the summer either.
I'll do my best, boys. I'm trying. I'm
I hear
trying.
ya.
Well, what I'm thinking is like we should still pick like a long weekend in the summer and go to Deep Creek. I mean, it's just so close.
Okay, so it's funny. Me and Brady were just having the same talk. We were just like, there's no reason why we couldn't pick a weekend. It's 2 hours away. Because and again, this would be a very difficult thing. I'm just going to throw that out there. I know this would not be logistically easy to do, but I was talking to him. I'm like, all right, so we have this opportunity where our opening game is going to be against Penn State in Morgantown. That's going to be Labor Day weekend. The problem is we don't know exactly what day the game's going to be. It says Saturday for now. It could be the first Thursday game, could end up being the Monday night game, the Sunday game. But I
Right.
was telling him, I was like, dude, why couldn't we just do the exact same thing, get a Deep Creek house? But his point was true. He's like, well, then the day of the WVU game, we basically wouldn't be there. And I'm like, well, you're right. It would be kind of a waste of money, but it's only like 40 minutes from Deep Creek to
Yeah.
Morgantown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
quick drive.
You know what I mean? So like the idea, I was thinking, I was like, dude, we could do it. I mean, we could do it again where it's like, I can't remember how we did it. Friday to Monday, I think is what we did. We still could do that. It's just a matter of like, would we want to waste a whole day not being at the house?
At the house, exactly.
But
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
I know. But yeah, no, we'll figure something
If
out.
it was on Thursday, that would be sweet.
And that's kind of, I was like, dude, this would be ideal. If it was the first game, then we could spend that whole weekend just chilling, watching football, and doing the exact
But
same
wasn't
thing we
it
did.
last year?
No, 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years
2
ago
years
was
Pitt.
WVU Pitt.
Yeah, it was Thursday. It was supposed to be Saturday. They moved it to Thursday. That
Yeah.
was 2 years ago. There is an outside chance though that game could be College game day.
1,000%.
So, and if that's the case, then it will be Saturday.
Yeah.
But there is definitely a chance. I mean, WVU is preseason ranked, which a lot of people are thinking they're going to be. Penn State's most likely going to be ranked. You look at the ranked matchups that are week 1. That's an old school rivalry. It goes back decades. So,
It'll be in Alabama. They'll be playing some bullshit.
Yeah,
game.
they'll be playing Chattanooga. And
well, you know, honestly, WVU got shafted. We should have had game day this year against Pitt, in my
Yep.
opinion. But, you know, whatever.
But yeah, dude, speaking of the Mounties, big win.
Yeah.
I will say, first half, very nervous. I was like, this backup quarterback is way better than
Yeah.
anybody thought he was going to be.
Yeah. That game, to me, like, my whole mentality was how my mentality was a lot of games this year. Like, it was just clear to me we're the better team.
It felt good come out slinging, though.
Yeah, I mean, first play of the game,
don't
like,
see
that
that
was
very
awesome.
often.
That was awesome. But I know we ended up winning by a good margin and everything, but the game did have its moments where you're like, come on, we
was
are
getting
we
nervous.
are the better team here. Like, let's just fucking end this.
Yeah.
Which that happened several times this season. So, like, again, I think that's just growing pains, and our offense is relatively young. You know, the whole team is relatively young. So, if next year, I think things are looking good.
I agree. And then that North Carolina receiver that's dad played for WVU.
that'd be nice.
Him and Garrett were hugging, and then he was commenting on Gigi's pictures after the win, and now everyone's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Is he going to enter the portal and come to WVU? But, I mean, I don't know. This is the first time in a long time where I can remember that our team is going to be a young team of talent with a veteran quarterback versus, like, a veteran-led team.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I can recall was the young Pat White, Steve Slayton era.
Mhm.
For me, I mean, I guess you could do Geno and Tavon and all them, but I don't know.
If we can add a couple more like legit players in the portal for defense, and I think we're gonna have to maybe add somebody for the offensive line. But if we could get a bona fide like over the top receiver, our offense is stacked. It's stacked. I don't care what anybody says. Like, both the young dudes that are West Virginia natives are good ass receivers.
They're dogs, bro.
Dude, I was upset that Fox was hurt and didn't play the other night because he's a fucking. I think he's a beast, dude.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like a Stedman Bailey type. Like, his hands are just incredible.
Dude, I honestly think like Hudson Clement, Huddy Tuddy. But dude, I'm sitting here. You'll have Huddy Tuddy, Preston Fox, Rodney Gallagher, and Traylon Ray, and then the
Yeah.
Horton dude from Marshall.
I know. Traylon Ray is going to be a stud. That's the thing. So, maybe we don't need to add a receiver in the portal, but it never hurts.
No, dude.
Like, if
never
that dude
hurts.
from North Carolina comes, that'd be legit
Yeah.
because he's pretty good.
But yeah, it's just very weird to see how the expectations after last year's season and how everybody thought versus where they're at now. It's like this.
I hope. Here's my thing, because it's still such an unknown. Like, I'm not trying to rip on Neil Brown when I say this, but he still is so unproven in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? He just hasn't been there long enough, and like his overall record, blah blah blah. But like, there was like, going into this season, we outperformed expectations because there was like no expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody thought we were going to be anything. Then we finished with a pretty good record. Now the hype's all there.
It makes me nervous.
Exactly. It's like the hype's there. Can we live up to it next year? Can we play well? Can we put together full games, like 4 quarters worth fucking playing, where we're not fucking neck and neck with teams that we're clearly better than? Like, that's going to be the hump that we need to get over, and like that's what I'm looking for. Like, if we can get on that level, I'll have nothing to complain about.
So once
Nothing to complain
once all the hype happened, I started to dig back a little bit at some statistics just to try to level myself out here to be like, all right, where should we actually be? I was surprised. Like Neil Brown, obviously Don Nealon has 4 bowl wins. He'll be up. I think he's like 4-9. Neil Brown's tied with Rich Rod, Dana, and himself for 2 bowl wins as a WVU coach. He already has 1 season over 9 wins, where Dana only had 2. Dana had one his first year and his 5th year. This is Neil Brown's 5th year. And I was just kind of looking at things, and I'm like, all right, I guess I can understand why the hype is there. It's just crazy for me to just look back and be like, all right, now that the hype is there, I just hope that all of the Neil Brown hate through the whole community just shifts to like positivity towards the team.
Well, unfortunately, our fan
see.
base is just won't allow that. We have a shitty fan base. In some regards, so the haters are always going to be there. Like, I don't know what I consider myself a Neil Brown hater. It's like I'm teetering on the edge. I like the guy. I want anybody that coaches at WVU to succeed.
Yeah.
It's just like you got to prove it. You know,
Just
this year was a bright spot. What I will say, and again, I'm not talking shit, but like one of our losses should have been a win.
For
no
sure.
doubt. We were way better than Houston. But then the rest of our losses, like those teams, you know what I mean? Like we didn't play well against the teams that were like really good. So
we'll have 7 home games, which like hasn't happened at WVU, I think, for almost 10 years. I was trying to look back to see.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, that is also why everybody's so high up, because it's like, all right, dude, 7 of these games are going to be in Morgantown.
C2 might be back. I hope it is.
Might be. I'm excited though. I think
should this be the year where like
we've been thinking about
we
it.
start our own tailgate? I
Well,
mean, come on.
I was even already looking for like season ticket deposits and stuff. But me personally, I would just rather just get a blue lot pass and then just
exactly.
Absolutely.
just wing the tickets.
Blue lot pass is worth more than having the season tickets because let's be real, you'll always find a way into the game if you want to.
For sure.
So, but the blue lot pass is you just can't beat that.
I mean,
it's so legit.
I would easily throw in a blue lot pass. Like for me, it's no question. I just don't even know how you do that stuff. That's the problem.
I know how to do it. I will just say like they're expensive.
Yeah,
how
much?
They're expensive. They're like $3,000.
Yeah, I figured
for the year.
I figured
for the year.
I figured they were that. Well, I guess it kind of would make you break it down per game.
Per game. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It might be a little cheaper than that, but I swear I might be skewed a little bit because I think the package I was looking at also includes season tickets with it. So just the blue lot pass might be a little bit cheaper than that, but it's definitely over $1,000, if not 2. So, but if you get 4 people to throw, you guys all agree, like we'll go to the games. We'll take one big SUV down every game, all 4 of us in it, and
I mean, for me, say it's 2,000. You split that between what, 5 people, 4 people?
Yeah.
It'd be what, $500 person, something like that. Yeah, I mean
that's
not that bad.
I would absolutely pay that.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, especially for this year. I don't know. I think
that's the thing. Like, I try not to miss a home game anyway, so I know I'd get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully in. Like I go to every game, so.
And there's a lot of WVU faithful that are saying that this will be the biggest home opener since the 1996 Ohio State game.
It'll be huge, dude.
Yeah.
I think it has to be the potential. The last 2 biggest home games I can remember was this past year against Pitt. It was a wild atmosphere. I know the game ended up being kind of low scoring, kind of boring, but the atmosphere in the blue lot was like nuts. And that was the longest fucking tailgate I've done in so long. I can't even remember last time I did a tailgate that long. Like the game was a 7:30 game. We hit the blue lot at like 9:15.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a marathon.
I walked out of that stadium like a fucking zombie. So that one, and then I think it was Neil Brown's first year when Texas came to town. That tailgate was fucking insane. That was awesome. It was still hot out. Like the weather was still like nice summer weather. fucking awesome.
Well, it's definitely something to actually for real look into. Because
sure.
like for me, it's like even if I look at it like this, even if I couldn't go to every single one, I like knowing that I have it there if I can go.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like even if I could only go to 5 or even 4
For
out
sure.
of the 7,
For sure.
for me, that's worth every penny.
Absolutely. And you know, and I really do think that Penn State game has the potential to be a bigger atmosphere than those games I just was talking about. People don't realize, like, if we are preseason ranked, people don't realize, like, the difference that having that fucking number next to your team name means,
It's
dude.
so weird.
It's just funny because people will see that number, even the casual fans,
Yeah.
WV fans will be like, "Oh fuck, we're ranked. Penn State's ranked.
Yeah.
We got to go. We should go." It's like just that. It's just like just that little thing, and like the atmosphere will just be insane. Student section will be fucking rocking.
Yeah. Dude, me and JT were laughing last night because I was like, we were just talking. I was just like, how'd they think of the top 25?
Right.
Like, how'd they just pick 25 and they're like, these 25 teams, if you got a number in front of your name, that means you're significantly better than all the other teams.
I bet you there's, well, I know there is probably legitimate history behind that, like how they decided 25 teams and whatnot. That's a good question. Very
Yeah.
curious. I don't know. But it is funny because it's like, like there is a 26th best team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if the 25th team was playing the 26th team, it would just look like number 25 against an unranked.
Yeah, it's so weird, dude. It's so weird. And we were going over like the breakdown of the playoff next year and how exciting it could actually be because the first 4 seeds have buys and then 5 through 8, the higher seed, they play that game on campus.
At home. I know. And that's the coolest part about it.
It's sick.
Having a college football playoff game at your home stadium would just be fucking lit.
Like, dude, I'm like, and again, I know I'm getting over myself here, but just imagine somehow if we get in there at 8 and we have some like massive SEC
I can't imagine.
superpower coming to play a playoff game in Morgantown.
Here's the thing that worries me about this whole, if WVU ever wants to get in, and this is just the facts of how it goes, they'll have to win the Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they get in, you know, even if they're a one-loss team and their one loss was in the Big 12 championship and then that champion makes it in. I'm just worried about the SEC bias. Like what's their limit? How many SEC teams are they going to allow to be in it?
So I was taught, because Neil, like, I love him to death. Obviously, we bust his balls, but he's very knowledgeable in college football. So, like, I was asking him, I was like, what do you think the number of losses is going to be to get in? And he gave a right answer. He's like, well, it just depends what conference it is. Because,
Exactly.
like, I think personally,
Dude, like you could see a 3-loss SEC team get in.
100%. Because for me, I think WVU could lose 2 games as long as they win the Big 12 championship and still get in.
Yes. Like you got to win that championship.
Now, if they're 10-2 and somehow in whatever world they don't get in the Big 12, which that would mean the Big 12 is just unreal.
Yeah.
But if they're 10-2 and they don't get in, could a 2-loss team like that still make it in? And I guess we won't really know until after the first year of how they decide.
It's going to be
I'm so excited.
It's going to be madness. It really
is.
is. It really is. But speaking on the Big 12 and then we could change it up, but we've talked college football for a little while here, but the Big 12 is going to be, I think, more of a gauntlet than people think too. What we're adding Arizona next year, right?
And Utah.
They're both legit. Colorado, they get added next year too, right?
Yes.
And they're just fucking loading up in the portal.
Just depends how many 5-star guys Dion can be like, come on.
That's what I mean. He's always gonna have that ability just to add the big time players just by his namesake. And then you're always gonna have, Oklahoma State's gonna be solid every fucking year. Gundy is a hell of a coach.
Yep.
And he always has been. But truly, when I sit back and look at it, I think WVU could be one of the top players in the league next year. I really do. But here's the other thing about the Big 12. You can have teams that are under the radar up in the top. just like we were.
Yes.
That always happens with the Big 12. Someone will be like, "Oh, TCU's not going to be good this year." Oh, really? They'll make the fucking national championship.
Yeah, TCU exactly. And I was looking too. It's like all year everyone's like, "Oh, the Big 12 so weak. They beat up on each other. There's only Texas and Oklahoma." Well, look at the bowl records, bro.
Exactly.
Like the Big 12 is like 6-2 or like 5-2 or something, and I don't know. I mean, but you're right. That's the problem. Is like you'll always have those sneaky teams like an Iowa State or like a Kansas State.
Always will. There'll always be one team in the Big 12 that surprises.
Yeah,
that's how it goes. It's
Let's
been
go.
like that every fucking year.
Let's go, baby. Pour some mayo on me. You know what I'm saying? All right, Bubba. What do we love? What do we hate, man? Or back, not back. Whatever one you want to do.
Speaking of sports, a lot of sports talk today. Sports for me are not back.
'Kay.
It's not official not back, but because of that, back is World War II history. Nice documentary on Netflix just came out. Watched half of it.
It's legit.
It is legit.
It's
I am
legit.
so in on World War II history.
Okay.
It's
I love
legit. I
that.
watched the whole thing.
Did
It's
you?
really good.
I heard it's real. I heard
it's
it
really.
ends really
I
good.
just can't believe that they have that footage.
It's insane, and it looks as good. It looks like it could have happened fucking
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean they colorized it and everything, but it's like I just didn't realize there was that much like video footage from back then. It's truly
Shane Gillis is funny now. Have you heard this like spiel about? He's like, they just wear GoPros. He's like, I didn't know if you want to see the war in the Middle East, just fucking go on to YouTube. You can see the whole thing.
Oh, dude, there's a subreddit called Combat Footage.
Pretty rough.
You see some fucking.
But how does that work?
It's
Is there
every-
a designated guy, or do they all wear
no,
GoPros?
dude, it's just like the times. Everyone, people just strap fucking cameras onto their helmets.
Dude,
and
I
shit.
saw-
so weird.
It's
to me.
nuts, dude. The day that Russia invaded Ukraine,
Oh, that was crazy on
the
Twitter.
video was nuts.
It was insane.
It was just video after video after video, and you were like, "Holy fuck!"
Dude, I saw a video yesterday. It was a Russian and a Ukraine fighter jets or whatever got into. They were fighting each
Like
other.
a dogfight.
And they
Yeah.
both had to eject, and both of them are just floating down in parachutes, yelling at each other.
Really?
Yeah. Like one's all the way over here and one's
You
all the
think
way
they
over there.
fist fought on the ground.
They could have, and they're just floating down, and you can just see like them like jawing back and forth.
That's wild.
But I'll have to watch the World War II thing because I just followed an Instagram account. It's History in Color,
Mm-hmm.
and like some of these pictures, I'm like, it literally looks like it could have been yesterday.
there's
'cause they
something about-
colorize it.
Yeah.
Right? It's
There's
wild.
man.
Man.
Something about black and white that like tricks your brain. Like
Exactly.
it doesn't feel real.
Exactly.
And then when you see it in color, it's like, holy fuck, Hitler. Obviously you know what happened, but when you see him in color, it's just a whole other world.
Exactly. You're like that. You're right. The black and white really does trick your brain, and I don't even know how to explain it. But as soon as you see it in color, you're like, that guy could be living today.
Well, dude, that's on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, Bradley Cooper just came out with a movie that's in black and white, and I watched the trailer, and I'm like, this looks like it was filmed in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Like I look at it, and I'm like, if I didn't know who these people were,
It's so weird, man.
I would think this is an old film.
It's so strange. But yeah, like that documentary is nuts, and I learned so much more about World War II that I just didn't realize.
I'm gonna have to
honestly,
watch it.
It's really good.
it's so good.
The historical breakdown is just crazy.
It's so good, and you're getting first person accounts from not just Americans but Germans, Polish people, the Jap, like literally anybody that was involved, Italians. Like there is first person accounts from like so many different people involved in the war.
That's tight. That's tight.
Shit's wild.
Shout out back.
Shout out back. So in not back column is apparently right on red. There's a state that it's in the legislative right now that they're trying to outlaw turning right on
Wow.
red.
That's insane. Wow.
I don't know. So maybe we'll see. Maybe it'll spread.
I hope not.
I hope not as well.
Yeah.
Also not back is I touched on it. Snow. It's just not going to snow ever again.
I know it feels that way, dude. It feels that way. It was weird. I woke up. There was some fresh powder on the ground at the farm, thank God. But as soon as I left Philippi, it was just non-existent.
Christmas. It was like it felt hotter than fall. It was like 60
It
degrees.
absolutely did. When I stepped outside, I was like, I contemplated going back inside and putting shorts on. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, we really need to start talking about how for a month everybody just needs to pause so we can switch these seasons around, dude. Like that's all that has to happen is we just need to switch the months for where it's going now, but it'll never. Dude,
Just push it a month.
Well, yeah, and I literally feel like how it's gone, because when we were kids, I know there was snow on the ground in November, and now I feel like we don't see it until like January or February. At this rate,
we had one snowfall last year.
Yeah,
I remember.
and I feel like at this rate,
I keep track of it now because it is odd.
yeah.
And no one thinks that global warming is real.
So summers will have snow, and Christmas will be summertime. It's kind of how we're shifting everything. It seems.
It is just weird. But again, we do live in this like weird spot where I feel like maybe people that live further north is no different every year for them.
Yeah.
Like they're getting the snow regardless when the snow months come.
It is.
Well, it seems like it's both sides, north and south.
Yeah.
To a degree to the south.
It
It's
is
just
just-
us. It just fucking passes over.
It's weird that we can get every season in 1 week here,
Yeah. It's strange.
and I just feel like that should not be able to happen.
It's very strange.
But yeah, shout out weather.
Shout out weather. And on the love and hate, love the Tiger Woods meme, the big dog meme. I'm a big fan of that.
I didn't see that.
Oh, no one's on Twitter.
Nope, I'm not.
It's just a picture of him saying, "What's up, big dog?" And there's funny memes.
Oh, dang! I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I just saw
It's like when you see the guy Thanksgiving Eve you haven't seen in like 3 years. It's like, "What's up, big dog?"
the latest Tiger Woods thing I saw was just a meme of him with Shane Gillis's face on him. I don't know why.
It's
weird.
Is Shane Gillis just popping off?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
funny.
His YouTube channel, his sketch comedy YouTube channel is hilarious.
I think
Is it on YouTube? I didn't know where to see his sketches because I
Yeah.
just see clips. And they're
Yeah,
fucking
he's
hysterical.
he's got his own YouTube channel. It's called like Gillian something.
Gillian Keeves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there are some funny fucking sketches. It's a shame, dude. He got hired by SNL and then fired before he even started because of some fucking, I think maybe some tweet from fucking years ago.
Yeah, it was a podcast thing from literal years ago where he said like one weird thing that like how everybody is. I mean, if you take that one part out, yeah, it's gonna sound bad, but you got to have the context of the conversation.
Right.
And then they were just like, "Yeah, you're fired, dude."
Yeah, so he got canceled from SNL, which sucks because he would have been great on it.
Yeah, I think right now Shane Gillis and Stavros Harkala, I don't know how to say his last name, are the two funniest comedians we have right now. It's a guy that always says that makes the Joe Flacco videos. He's funny as fuck.
Joe Flacco back.
Dude, Joe
Yeah.
Flacco is back.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame for the Steelers that they drafted this quarterback who was supposed to be good. And every guy that just comes out of nowhere or old guy comes out of retirement is just so much better.
Yeah.
Leaps and bounds better.
Yeah.
But
And
Rudolph
he balled.
might be the guy, baby.
I honestly can't even hate. I've hated on him in the past because rightfully so. But after he played that last week, I was like, dang, he looks like way better than I remember him
Yeah.
looking.
The Steelers are fucking stupid. Why? Rudolph's been there for years now.
Oh yeah.
Why did they, if they knew they were going to draft Pickett, why did they even sign Trubisky? You had a backup.
And even more so, why this year is it taken fucking, was it 8 weeks? What? No, longer.
Longer.
To even try him. Because the other two do not look like real quarterbacks. Like they literally look like they do not know how to stay in a pocket and throw the ball, which is the point of being a quarterback.
Facts.
So yeah, it's very alarming to me.
Yeah. Is Pickett still on a rookie deal?
Yeah, I think rookie deals are 4 years. I think 3 or 4 years. So he's definitely on one.
I like Kenny Pickett as like a person.
Yeah, for sure. But
But if the Steelers sign him to a long-term deal, they are fucking stupid. They
Yeah.
are
I
stupid.
if they start him next year, they're stupid. He literally cannot throw the ball in the pocket.
Yeah. And I just want to say real quick, since we're on the NFL topic, not back as fucking crybaby ass Russell Wilson. I'm done with his ass. Dude.
He's trash.
He literally just came out. He was like, yeah, after we beat the Chiefs, after I help them beat the Chiefs, and they haven't beat them in 15 games, they literally came up to me and said that I have to fix my contract, whatever, I'm going to get benched. It's like, yeah, dude, also you were 2-5 at that point.
Yeah.
And everybody now is like, not everybody, but you see like sympathy towards Russ. It's like, why? Last year, everybody was clowning Russ.
I stand with Russ.
Yeah, I mean, last year, everybody was clowning Russ, and now all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, we feel bad for him that Sean Payton was bullying him and said he was going to bench him. It's like, the motherfucker just made like $300 million. I don't feel bad for him.
No,
He's literally going to get to go home, probably making $40 million a year for the next couple years. I don't feel bad for
How
you.
could you? Especially all like he just sounds like a cancer.
Oh,
He
dude.
just sounds like a fucking asshole. Like just the most entitled fucking prick you could ever deal with.
Yeah.
But the high knees on the airplane thing was fucking
That was
hilarious.
hysterical.
How he keeps his phone number hidden from his teammates and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, oh, you're a weirdo.
And
He's
listen,
a weirdo.
I'll give him his credit. Him and his team figured out how to finesse a first-year ownership to get a $300 million deal. Congrats. You didn't deserve it, and that's why you're not playing, and that's why you're probably going to get cut in March. Like, sorry. Like, his record as a Broncos starting quarterback's 11-19. If you're paying somebody $300 million, they need to be better than that.
Yes, 100%.
So that's all I have
That's
to say.
all you got to say. That's all you need
That's all I have to say about that. But
Pretty
yeah,
cut and dry.
pretty cut and dry.
And on the hate side, do you guys hate anything this week?
Honestly, dude, I do. I hate when the season changes and it's gray outside all the time, and where I get very sinusy and it's very hard to switch my mood because there's not sunlight outside, and I hate
feel you,
that.
Good
man.
point.
I
I
feel you.
fucking hate that, dude.
I don't enjoy it either. That's what I was just thinking about it last night, to be honest. I was thinking, man, I'm hoping when the baby's born, it just makes like time fly because you're just like so focused and it's like a new thing. And I'm just hoping I blink my eyes and wake up one day and like the flowers are blooming.
Honestly,
and it's spring.
I've never had a child, but I can imagine that's probably what it's going to be like.
I hope, dude.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it could go the complete opposite way too, where it's just like every hour feels like a day.
Yeah. Well, and it might feel that way if you're running a little low on sleep.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that might throw a little wrench in your plan there.
Yeah. And I've been trying to train myself lately too. So like I've been staying up late, getting up early. It's been rough.
Yeah. It's hard. Waking up early is hard.
It
bro.
is fucking the worst thing in the world.
I did-
I've never been a morning person
No.
my whole life.
Playing
And it sucks.
playing adult league hockey, good way to get on that schedule.
Yeah. That's what I mean, dude. Like if I can do anything at like midnight, 1 a.m. I run a marathon at 1 a.m. I don't give a fuck. If it's 6 a.m. and someone's like, oh, we got a 6 a.m. workout, I'm like, fuck you,
that
dude.
shit.
Fuck you. Can't do it.
Speaking of hockey, how we doing?
We're good.
Undefeated still.
Let's fucking go.
Undefeated. It's a little holiday break right now. It's usually how the winter session goes every year. Like they'll take a little bit more time off to get through Christmas and New Year's, and then games will start back up again. So I think our next game is January 9th.
Okay.
And then
We're expecting a big crowd, so I would get tickets pretty
Yeah,
early.
I
Oh,
would.
shit.
I would start looking now.
All right, dude. I like it. And also, too, I think the day, I don't hate this, but I think the days between Christmas and like New Year's Eve are just very weird.
Their ass.
It's
The
like,
whole
what do you
week.
do?
It should be normalized to where you just get it off.
I agree.
From Christmas to New Year's Eve, everything should just be shut down.
I agree, dude. And that's like, so like I work for a company we do unlimited PTO, which is great, but I would much rather have that last week or two off and have like 12 to 15 vacation days through the whole year.
Yeah.
Knowing that I have that last chunk off would be worth it for me.
Think
Shut
of
up.
if that was a normal thing. Think of what already is a big travel week, I assume. But like, think if that was a normal thing. Vacations galore that
Be
week.
sick.
Be
Knowing
awesome.
that everybody's off.
Be awesome. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about a goddamn thing.
No.
And it is. It's like, and then you end up working that week, but you don't do anything.
No. No.
And you can't
dude.
get anything done even if you wanted to because nobody's doing anything.
Well, but you're sitting there at work and you're like, oh shit, so and so's at this restaurant at 2 p.m. getting slammed already, and I'm fucking sitting here working. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
damn.
what I did all week.
Yeah. I have to say, I think that, speaking of social media, I think that is like the biggest thing that I'm glad I don't see anymore. Like just what people are doing
Yeah.
throughout their day. I don't need to see it on their, like exactly like that. If I was sitting at work and someone's on their story like, mimosas at noon already, or whatever, like
Just got drinks with Jenny.
Brewski's at the bar already. It's only 2. Who's joining me? It's like,
It's like, not me, I'm working, dude.
fuck that and fuck you.
Facts. Facts. I feel it.
Facts. What I hate, first thing on the list, working Christmas and New Year's. So
There it
we
is.
fucking
There you
hit
go,
that, baby.
covered that.
Number 2, guys with horrible taste in music who back up the touch tunes with their fucking filth at the bar. I'm fucking sick of it.
It is the worst.
There is a distinct group of guys who go to the hole and they're fucking weirdos. And they play the worst fucking music to be at a bar at. Like, I'm
I'm gonna need examples.
Oh man, I wish I had it. But I'm just so mad at the moment I can't remember. But like I have a very diverse taste in music. But not at the fucking bar. No one wants to fucking listen to that bullshit.
Yeah, no, I can kind of give like I'm kind of with you. Like I'll listen to any kind of music, but when I'm at the hole, like I don't want to listen to like heavy metal rock.
No, you don't really want to unless you're at like a heavy metal bar, which do those? I'm sure they exist.
Yeah. Because I remember the last time
It's
I was
not-
there, I was looking at the thing and it's all these like rock songs and stuff. And I'm like, this is cool, but like not here.
Yeah, I feel it. Well, it's very dependent, like on the type of rock. Someone wants to put on some like pop punk.
Oh, that's
You
different.
get the vibes going.
That's different.
Maybe some classic '90s tunes, but like, don't put on fucking. If somebody comes in there and puts on Pantera,
Yeah.
like, dude, go home.
Go fuck yourself.
Like
I
if
don't
somebody
wanna-
throws on Ocean Avenue,
I
though,
don't want to fuck. Yeah,
then I'm
yeah,
getting up and I'm
it-
just like, oh, go fuck.
yeah, exactly. Like, but like,
But those are well-known songs that everyone enjoys. This is
Agreed.
like the Indiest of indie bullshit that no one fucking knows what the song is.
yeah,
Totally.
Except you and your buddies that are head bopping like you're a fucking idiot.
those dudes need to go to a different bar.
I agree.
And it's like a bar like that. It is the worst because it gets so much foot traffic that like your songs might never play.
They legitimately don't.
Yeah, and
Go to
that's,
TJ.
That's just the worst.
Drinking
the
fucking
The,
TJs.
the bowling alley, the Rose Bowl. Dirty Dog Lanes.
There you go.
Put-
Thank you for clarifying.
Put in a Touch Tunes.
Oh, nice.
Brand new. They put it in like 2 months ago, brand new, and like it's so funny because my team is like the only one that gets on the touch tunes.
Hell yeah.
And if it wasn't for us, you'd just be bowling with no music. And that's how it was for years. You
Oh,
didn't bowl
wow.
with music.
I
it
didn't
wa-
think
it
about
was-
You need
that.
tunes.
You
when you're
need
fucking on
tunes.
the lanes.
The difference it made when we showed up that day and the touch tunes was there, I was like,
Was it a
oh,
20-point uptick?
it definitely helped her
Yeah.
score, yeah. Dude, I put on fucking Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Oh, good tune.
Good
bowling alley. tune.
Thanksgiving Eve and just got in the zone. I bowled my first turkey.
Oh, hell
yeah.
Fucking 3 consecutive
yeah.
strikes during that song. I was like, fucking right, let's go. Like,
So-
it was the song.
Is the league still going on, or is that?
Yeah. I think it goes till like April.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think it runs a long time. I think it only is off during the summer.
Okay.
So
That's kind of cool though.
yeah, and it's just once a week.
Yeah.
And it's a low maintenance sport. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
nothing like crazy and too involved. But yeah, I don't even know the next time I'm going to get the roll, to be honest, because with everything about to happen. So
Do you think when you're able to fire it back up, do you think you might invest in like your own shoes, your own
I
ball?
already got my own shoes, and
All
they're
right.
they're sick.
Okay.
They're fucking. They look like hey dudes.
Okay.
They're just slip-ons, but they're fucking bowling shoes.
That's sick.
They're so nice. They're so nice.
Shout out.
But yeah, I do want to get my own ball eventually. So that is coming. I already wanted to do it by now, to be honest. The thing is like finding you have to get it drilled for your fingers, and
Oh.
I just don't even know how to go about like scheduling
You
that.
get fitted for that? Where do you go?
Yeah, I guess the alley does it.
Oh,
The
That's pretty
Lanes does
cool.
it there apparently.
Huh.
The guy that used to own it before the new owners, he still is there like every night. I guess he does it. So
What color ball do you want?
I don't know. You know, maybe like a cool like color mixture. You know?
I like the regardless of the colors, I like the metallic-y
Like
swirl,
swirl
Like
color.
deal.
Yeah. I'm fully with you on that. Yeah. I don't know. So, but that's again like you could go. This is something like you never knew about. Like we've gone bowling for years. You just go and you grab a ball and you fucking bowl. You start looking online to buy your own ball. Oh my god. They have different cores in them, and they're made out of different material, and of course the different weights. But you're like, well, fuck, which one do I get? Like, what does the core have to do? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
will that affect how I roll? Like, do I have to roll differently depending on the core that's inside of it? It's just there's just a whole bunch of shit.
Honestly, dude, for the love of the game, man. Just for the love of the game.
I started going down like YouTube rabbit holes, like watching bowling ball reviews, and these dudes just are like, will review like 4 balls at once. And they just fucking throw a strike every single time. You're like, okay, so but like which one's
this
different?
ball stinks.
Yeah, like well, which ball's different?
Yeah, it's like, all right, dude, we get it. You're good at bowling.
You're throwing a strike no
Ball's
matter
awful.
the ball. But I need to know which one would be better for me.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, dude. Anything else, Bubs?
Yeah, I had the last of my hate was people that say Mary Chrysler. I think
Fuck.
we need to fucking get away from that bullshit.
Dude, it's a girl.
Getting a little old.
But dude, that video is like the greatest, though.
Yeah. No,
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
I know it's
funny.
funny, but it
Happy
was it on
Christmas.
original YouTube in like 2007. Like I understand, but the people that do it every insane people they do it every year. Mary
Oh, yeah.
Chrysler, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know what
Looks
you
like I know how to get under your skin, dude.
I know what you mean. Like at some point, trends they just die off. You don't want to hear it anymore.
And I just
That's right.
thought of this, and it's something that I wish we could do, but we couldn't because people would abuse it. There's no way to do it, but we need Modern Warfare 2 voting system like the maps for touch tunes. That's the fix.
oh, I love that.
Because you have 3 assholes like these fucking weirdos that go the whole I've been speaking about, and you can't outvote the whole bar.
I
'Cause you
like
play
that.
shitty ass music.
I like that idea.
Maybe you get a TV, and then that's the TV that's on there. The queue's coming up. Everybody vote.
I really like that idea. You know, I'm pretty sure that the bartenders have the ability
They
to
do.
skip.
Yeah, I've heard them. Yeah, turn it off or skip.
I've seen Jas like skip a song before that like
Yeah.
came on. She was like, "No, fuck this."
Yeah, just walk up and be like, hey, this
I saw like,
sucks.
can maybe just give us like the admin
Yeah.
credentials so that we can
Wow.
skip shitty songs.
Hey, this song stinks. Can we?
Now
This
I'm
is
never. I'm gonna try to get that for the rest of my life. Now the whole.
Just like you got to, if you go in there with the right bargaining chip, I feel like you could get it.
Imagine it's just like a gold card. It's like this person
Yeah.
has unlimited
skips.
skips.
I'm gonna buy into the whole just to get that power.
Dude, that would be fucking awe. I mean, I know we talk about that once every 5 episodes, but being able to just have a spot like that would be so fucking
still-
tight.
I
still
reserved the
look-
table for the first time at the hole for the W game. Oh, you just felt so
Oh, I
powerful.
love that.
Has
Dude,
your fucking
that-
name on it.
that was fucking Brooke's go-to move for years.
I didn't know you could do that. You
She'd
could do it
text
all the
everyone, be
time.
like, got a table at the hole. I'd be like, fucking.
I'd piss my pants. I'd just see Bubba's Snapchat. It's like nobody can sit
Yeah,
here.
Harry
It is
Slider,
legit.
baby.
It is. You walk in, your name's on there. You're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, man. That's
You-
awesome.
you-
I do have one current events topic. It's been a little while, but the funniest story I saw in the news recently was the guy who probably just drank a little too much at wherever he was before, and then he just wrecked into the motorcade, the presidential motorcade.
saw that.
It's fucking hysterical. Just the imagining that, like you're at like Applebee's with the boys or something, or you're bowling Wednesday bowling
Yeah.
league, and then you just run into the fucking
you run into the
Yeah.
president.
You have like fucking machine guns
He's
pointed
just
at
like,
you.
all right, I got 2 roads to go, dude.
Oh yeah, like dude, like
2 roads to go. Boom.
Oh, there's a lot of cars right there.
Fuck.
the crazy thing is like he is so lucky they just didn't light his ass up, right?
Seriously, though, I agree with that.
Uh-huh.
Because they easily could have been like, this dude did this on purpose.
And like let's just fucking light him up.
Do you think the Secret Service knows like the DUI stuff? Do you think
Oh, I'm sure.
they put him out of the car and was like, "You gotta touch your nose and shit"?
Dude, I feel like, honestly, I feel like getting stopped by Secret Service might be scarier than
Oh,
going
absolutely.
through TSA for me.
Oh,
Because
it'd be way scary.
but me, TSA is always like my highest thing where I get so nervous. Like, just imagine, bro. I would be
I
terrified.
know a Secret Service agent.
Oh,
you know him
shit.
too.
I do?
Yeah, kind of.
Hey, come on the pod.
But he used to be a West Virginia state trooper, so he knows the DUI shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Beep, beep, bang. Oh, hello, Joe. Sorry.
I have. Are you done with your list?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
so.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you consider this a back or not, but like, I feel like we have to at least mention it. Chris Letang setting an NHL record.
that's cool.
That was
I did see that.
pretty incredible.
Shout out
Incredible
Tanger.
game, regardless. Like blowing out the Islanders like that, that felt good.
It's crazy because the whole talk before was like, how would he respond to like not being the
guy,
the
right.
defenseman? Yeah,
Right.
bringing Carlson. Is he going to be fucking pissed and throw a fit? He's had one of the best seasons he's had in a long time.
Dude, his last like 3 seasons have been great. 2 seasons ago, he had a career year, which is on the backside of his career. Like, dude, he's just solid. There are so many Letang haters, like,
Which is
for his whole career, and it's
people.
like, yeah, okay, he's never won the Norris, but like, he has always been a bona fide like top 10 defenseman in the league, just solid.
Yeah,
solid.
I guess I just
dependable guy. Yeah. Every now and then, if he's joining the rush on offense, he is offensive minded. So whatever, there might be a turnover that happens, but you're going to get that with any offensive defenseman. That's the risk you take.
Yeah,
it
and
happens.
I just think it's a weird mindset too. The like people being like, oh, will he like play up to whatever because he's not. You don't want a guy on your team like that just because somebody else comes in, he doesn't think he's the guy.
Right,
still.
exactly.
Like you want him to still think I am the guy, and then you just plug this guy in too, and it's like, oh shit, now we're
100%.
legit.
100%.
But how are the Pens doing?
Not great. Not great.
No?
Ups and downs, which we kind of figured, but it's more downs than I figured at least.
Yeah, they've been very streaky this year. Can't really put together a lot of consecutive wins. They'll look great one game, not look good for a few, blah, blah, blah. just very inconsistent. They're not out of the realm of making the playoffs. Like, if they could put together a good month, a good streak, like they could get there.
I think it's positive though. People are coming back from injury, and the GM's like signed that Puvarvi or whatever to play in Edmonton. So I mean, they're doing stuff, and the GM's like very like he's not panicking. He's like, we're just gonna wait a little bit, then I'll make moves if I have to. I think they're gonna fix it, and I think they'll make the playoffs.
All you got to do is get in, and then
Exactly.
the rest just happens.
So fingers crossed. I hope we start seeing some more consistent play. A game like that could be the turnaround game.
I just hope that maybe they sit or get rid of a couple guys because half their team fucking stinks.
I agree.
And they play every single game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because Sid is just unreal right now. Unbelievable.
It is still kind of crazy that he's still just like doing
he just
the thing.
still the guy.
He just kills it, man. I will cry many tears the day he retires.
But if his line doesn't score 2 or 3 goals a game, they're going to lose.
Exactly.
No one else on the team can score a goal.
It's just so weird, all the legends we got to see in all sports. Like the Derek Jeters, the A-Rods, the Sid, like Tom, we did get to see a lot of great athletes in general, which is cool. Yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, you got LeBron still doing it. You got Sid still doing it, and you got Joe Flacco still doing it, dude. So I mean, anybody can do it.
Flacco, baby.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's like we really haven't lived through an era of like mediocrity in any sport.
No,
like we've lived through an era where like there's been like an undisputed GOAT in every sport.
I feel like we've been very blessed in the sports world,
yeah.
But it's just sad to see all them getting older because then you realize you are also getting older.
Yeah, not as old as them.
But fuck it, dude, they're old farts, man.
Old. They're old. Sid's only like 4 or 5 years older than me, so.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
36.
Oh, dude, see, for some reason I thought he was way older than that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's old. That is old for hockey, though.
Yeah.
36. I mean, there's a lot of guys that don't make it past 30.
Bums.
But he's a world-class athlete. He's generational talent.
Generational.
Top 5 all time.
Top 5 all time, maybe top 3. I don't know. I would say he's the best hockey player ever.
It's fine.
If you're asking me, I'm a little biased, but that's.
I think the top 3 are tough to touch, but I think after that he's in there.
All right. Well, who are the top 5? Because I don't know.
The top 3 are Gretzky, Lemieux, and Orr in whatever order you want to put them.
And then Sid and Ovechkin.
Sid and Gordie Howe probably.
Gordie Howe, I've heard of him before.
But yeah, I mean, and then after that, Ovechkin, Yager. I mean, there's so many other people.
Yeah, see, like that's the thing with hockey. We've had this conversation before. Like there's different eras.
You can't compare. It's really
like
hard.
Gordie Howe and
but
who else did we say?
Did Gordie Howe play when goalies didn't wear fucking helmets?
That's what I'm saying.
Get the fuck out of here. Goalies were not Lemieux. More Gretzky's day. Goalies were fucking terrible.
They were awful.
You take a slap shot from center ice, you're probably gonna fucking score.
Even and in Lemieux's era, honestly.
Slap shot regatta.
The beginning of
beginning
it.
half.
But you know, the argument's always going to be there. Like, if you put Sid with all his skills that he's had his whole career, you put him in. Say he started his career the same day as Gretzky. You know,
I think you put a decent third liner in Gretzky's day. He scores fucking 80 goals a year.
Exactly. That's what I
It's
mean.
so much faster.
It's
Like no
just-
one could.
The game
touch
is
him.
just so much faster now. I agree. Like even Brian Rust or Jake Gensel would have put up so many more points
Stupid
back
numbers,
then.
yeah.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah, and I want to try the Russian gas at the
me
KHL.
too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that interview.
I was dying. He's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, they give you this gas, and he's like, for the first minute you feel whatever, and then you feel invincible. Like what? The gas.
What was that on? That was on McAfee.
McAfee? Yeah.
Dude, I started watching. I didn't realize they had been doing this for some months now, but Spittin' Chicklets is doing like a series on YouTube where they send what's his face, the kid with the long hair, is it Grinelli?
Grinnell.
Yeah.
They send him and he like does tours, interviews of like college
Oh, that's
hockey facilities. It's fucking sick. I didn't realize some of these colleges have like $150 million facilities for their hockey team, like
Damn.
Boston College, and like he did Boston College. Their stuff is incredible. Even fucking Arizona State, their hockey stuff is incredible. I didn't even realize Arizona State was like a big hockey program. That shit's nuts, dude. Like that really makes you like. And I've seen it. There's series on YouTube too that does like for like football and basketball facilities too.
Yeah.
I've seen the ones in Morgantown. Like, dude, it'd be so sick to be a college athlete these days. It's just as good as being a pro athlete
Oh,
in terms of like
easily.
amenities.
Yeah. I mean, you
it's
always
sick.
have like a full basically restaurant place where you can go get food. You always have somewhere where you could go get like massages or like all that stuff just at
Sick.
your like
It might even
beck
be,
and call.
It might even be better than pro sports because then you're just surrounded by thirsty college girls,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, you both are rocking some sick hats today, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
want to give you a little compliment.
Thank
there.
you.
But
Appreciate it.
yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I didn't really.
I didn't come prepared
Yeah,
today,
I mean-
so I'm out of talking points, but I'm down to talk.
I'm down to talk, bro. Yeah, no, I was just trying to. Honestly, there hasn't been other than the holidays. I feel like not much.
Do you think the Epstein thing's to be a bombshell or no? Because I have a feeling it's just not.
The
All the
list?
names, yeah.
Yeah. It when does it come out? Is there a date?
The first,
It comes out the first of the year.
yeah.
It's publicized.
But the thing I don't know about it though is I've seen like contradictory points. Like, is it all these people are known associates, went to the island when shady shit was going down? They probably knew. Or is it these are people that met Epstein one time at a fucking party?
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're famous. I want your phone number. What's your phone number?"
I think it's the first one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. It's,
Because I did see like there was one guy on Twitter who was like, "These people are associates."
but the problem with the whole thing is they also had a chance if they were on that list to dive through hoops in the legal system to make it where their name doesn't get.
But I didn't all of them get denied except for two.
and maybe, yeah.
And again, that's kind of like who are the two? But I've at least heard that they are like they weren't involved. Like it was kind of seen that they are associates on this list, but they didn't know. So that's why they're not putting it on. Which makes you think then the other ones have to know, right?
I think there's going to be some massive names.
Presidents.
I hope.
Massive
I'm
names.
really
on that
hoping.
list.
I love big bombshells like that, dude.
I mean,
But what would the aftermath of that be? It would just be insane.
sadly, dude,
Nothing.
it should be insane. But sadly, I don't think anything.
I don't know.
happens.
This is a big one.
I
hear
hope-
you,
well,
but
I hope you're
here's
right.
the thing: if they've had this list of names behind the scenes the whole time, don't you think these people have already been getting charged with stuff? Like just because it goes public doesn't mean
yeah.
they're going to get in any kind of trouble. The names are, if anything, they're just going to be looked down upon now in the public eye.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Because you would think files would have been charged by, or charges would have been filed by now.
you would assume one
But the
would
legal
assume
system's tough, though. It's
Yeah.
tough
It's
to
a
prove
joke.
guilt.
One
Yeah.
would assume though that everybody on that list could get charged with like minor stuff.
For sure.
One would assume that.
So I'm confused where this list comes from. Is this like his phone contacts?
I think it's
That's
the
where
log.
I thought. Oh yeah, the logs.
log.
I think it's both.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, the logs of people that arrived
Yeah.
via plane on that island.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
yeah, that's what I didn't really know. If it's that, then yeah, it's probably
Oh my
more so
God.
what you're saying. Like,
if I understood it
how
correctly,
could you not have known what was going on?
Yeah.
Like, what, were you just there to vacation and didn't realize?
if I understood it correctly, it's the logs. It's the actual logs of people that were there. If I'm understanding what's coming out, I believe that's what it is.
Oh, my.
Which would be fucking crazy, dude. Oh man. All right, dude. What's one name that we think's gonna be on the list?
Well, there is betting odds. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, I'm trying to think, dude.
I think it's like a prior president or like a member of Congress. Like, there's different with odds of how much you can bet.
Dang, that's crazy. Yo, dude, what about the two gay Congress guys that filmed the video of them fucking each other in the Senate thing, and they both just got canned?
Oh, I
Yeah, it was like a sex
I
tape.
did
I
I
not
saw
see that.
something about that. I didn't look into it.
Hey, listen, I don't care about the sex part. It's the don't do it in this
Yeah,
area.
sacred
part.
ground.
Yeah, that's sacred fucking ground, dude.
That's
Where America's made.
That's where a
ballsy
lot of
move.
insider trading goes on.
Yeah. You
Of
think
course,
you're
yeah.
gonna get those tips when you're asshole deep? Nope.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You might. Maybe that's what it was for.
Could have been. Could have been. It could have been.
I don't know. That's tough to come up with a name. That is where
I don't. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to go into that.
that is where my mind's going, is like politicians for some reason.
See,
Like,
mine.
Well, and
but you know,
very famous rich like
I
actors.
was gonna say, you
Kevin
know,
Spacey.
that's literally what I was about to say.
Well, his and he, like him, Clinton, like they were the ones that were always named early on, even.
Dude, and JT sent me this wild post about Kevin Spacey about how in I don't want to die because all these people died. So this is allegedly there were four.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
So
there were
did you-
4 articles of like people that came out against Kevin Spacey over the years, and they all got killed.
Wow.
So I hope I don't get killed, but it was kind of crazy to see that. So yeah, I would say Kevin Spacey's probably gonna
What
be
about
one.
what was the other dude that was real bad in Hollywood?
the director or whatever.
Oh, Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he wasn't. He was just raping. He was just raping women of age.
Yeah, he's just like, you want to be in this movie? Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's a pedo, right? Because that's what that island is.
Yeah.
Underage shit.
Yes.
Fucked up.
I did see one video of like 2. I don't know how these guys did this. It was 2 normal individuals rolled up there on a little boat and were just filming the island, running around, like showing all of the crazy things. And it was like,
Is the island
that's a no for
inhabited
me.
right now?
I
Or
don't.
is it just vacant?
I'm pretty sure it's just like a vacant island with all these weird buildings and palaces and like weird
Fucking
things.
creepy, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't what's her face still alive? Like his number 2, the Maxwell girl.
Yeah.
Jelaine or
She's
Jelaine.
got to have all the fucking information.
But see,
She does.
this
Like-
is where I feel like the reason this information was not, and everyone's gonna be like, duh, but like the reason this information was not just poured out to begin with, because I feel like there is a lot of people in today's government that is on that list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
they're probably like, we cannot let this get out. But I don't know.
I'm sure, dude.
I mean,
I mean, there was a lot of rumors. Honestly, I think they were a little bit more than rumors. There was like a lot of people like throwing out evidence that like Trump was there,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, there's pictures. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the gray area. Like, what is the knowledge and how much? Because there are definitely pictures of the Clintons and Trumps, and definitely.
I just think the weirdest, and I mean, the weirdest part's obviously the younger kids, but the weirdest part for me is he literally in one of those massive palaces just had a massive painting of Bill Clinton in a dress. And that,
What?
And did you see the other one too? It's George Bush with like Jenga towers, and like one fell over, and it's like him playing with a plane.
really?
That's so weird.
Yeah, they-
All
yeah.
these big ass paintings.
What?
All on the walls everywhere.
Did you see? It's been what, a couple years since this whole thing went down, right? And since
I
he
think like
died.
3, I think. Yeah.
It was
2 or 3.
Was it pre-COVID or during COVID?
I think it was during COVID.
I
A
remember.
lot of people think that's why COVID started. Just kidding.
I remember his house in New York City like went up for sale not long after all that. and it's like the sickest fucking
It's
house
like 85 million
you've ever seen.
townhouse.
But it's like, how could you ever like live in a place like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck went down in that place. It's just bad juju.
well, dude, it's like he had all these different kind of properties and things. Like I remember watching that documentary that came out during the pandy, and I was just like, this dude is just like it. I don't like using the word, but he gives me the ick. Like
Yeah.
I don't like that ick word.
Do you know what was his background? I know he's just like a financier for the famous, lives in New York, but
I
I
don't-
don't. Where
I
did
don't-
he come from?
I
Did
don't
he
think
just,
anybody knows.
Yeah, that was it. Didn't he just like appear one day?
Yeah, like he was this finance guy, but then was in science, but then also had all this money and also
Yeah.
had the Warren Buffett tie-in, and then also like all these different weird things.
I had two names just coming into mind that could show up on the list, but the whole thing about him, like, really gives off major like True Detective vibes.
Yeah.
Like they could make a fucking True Detective season out of his fucking life story.
Yeah.
Like just creepy shit, going like levels into like the government and politicians. It's like fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
But two names that could be on that list: Elon Musk
Could be.
and his fucking dad, because his dad is already a known fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I didn't realize all the things about his dad until
Dude,
he
his-
bought Twitter, and then everybody started like, and I was
Oh
like,
my
whoa.
God, his dad is just
Yeah.
heebie-jeebies.
Shit's fucking crazy, man. Oh, man. Ugh, it's so gross. I don't know. It's just so gross when you think about it.
It's just fucked up to think about, because it's just really crazy that something like that could exist, like a network, and then it going like so deep
Yeah.
into like the fabric of like the people that run the country.
Yeah, dude, and we
Like,
know
that is wild to think about.
Alex Jones, complete lunatic. Everybody knows he's a lunatic. But it was so weird that years ago, he was just like, yeah, there's an island. He's like, there's a sex island. He's like, they go out there and they fuck all these little kids on this island. And everyone's like, what? And now it's real.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. It's just weird. Complete lunatic, though. I just want to keep saying that. Everybody knows he's crazy.
He's
but-
crazy, but maybe credible.
Yeah, maybe incredible on the island.
Certain instances.
But yeah, boys, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it was great to have all of us here, because I know this is probably gonna be the last time in a good while, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But make sure to follow the Juicebox Podcast on YouTube. And as always, I hope you have a great New Year 2024. Positive vibes only. Thanks.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider. Follow me on Instagram at the Harry Slider. Have a lot of fun this weekend. Big weekend. If you have New Year's Eve plans, or you want to hear this, text me somehow. Somehow know to text me, because I have no plans. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Social media lists still forever and always. But everyone just stay safe out there and have a good 2024. And they call me Czar, and that's ZAR. Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.